So, I'm just like thought I was fine about this. Not fine, but there's this bill that's been passed, and I didn't think it affected me. Not that I'm not mad about it. I'm mad about it. You know, I'm not happy about the way our country is going, but it didn't really affect me. And I knew it affected people I know and loved, but it really hit close to home when it now affects my sister, my older sister, who is 6 years older. And it just now really hits home. So this bill, the big, beautiful bill, I put that in quotes. For me, it's the big bullshit bill. But that's just me. And lots of bills, like in the past, you know, no matter what president and what party they were from, I was maybe not a fan of. It's not partisan. But this bill in particular, as a social worker, as a person who fights for social justice and activism and equality, this is a tough one to swallow. And you've probably seen it, I'm guessing, in the news, right? Like, it's been in the news, it's been fought about and talked about, and I've tried to ignore it, honestly, in the news. I've heard about it, and I've just sort of let it roll off my back, like, hey, I can't do anything to stop this. And I am not going to be touched specifically by this bill, probably. Not that I can think of. Not my life, not my family. Well, not my little nucleus. And here I am, and I was wrong. Because it touches someone I love deeply. It touches my older sister, who does rely on the things that they will be taking away. So it's hitting me hard today when I hear that, okay, they're gonna save money with this bill, millions of dollars, by cutting from the most vulnerable people in our world. Just that right there. They're gonna cut from the most vulnerable. Why? Why aren't you cutting from the most thriving, the most robust? Cut from us, cut from those that have the most. It seems so obvious. I'm just gobsmacked. So the bill presents this cut where they will also, you know, there's a lot to it. It's a big bill. It's a big, beautiful bill. I'm being sarcastic. So, but part of it is to cut SNAP benefits, food benefits, Medicaid, which covers a myriad of items. And it would require people, forgot the ages, but 19 to 64, I believe, to able-bodied people to work. Of course, that seems reasonable. But what is able-bodied, right? So then, and what is able-minded? Who's going to decide that? Who decides who is able? What is able? Who decides who's able-minded? And what is able-minded? What if you have domestic violence in your past? What if you have scoliosis? What if you have trauma? What if you have nerve damage? What if you, I mean, there's just a list that goes on. And people with wealth or money or a husband who can help them, those people fare a little better. But if you're a single person or a woman with 8 children, I mean, good luck. So that's the bill that they're going to be, implementing. And it's affecting my sister because she is now, I don't know, maybe not going to be able to go to her occupational therapy, which is so important to her spine. She has major spinal concerns. She is maybe not going to be able to go to physical therapy, which helps her get around. She doesn't drive, so she's going to have to. How does she get on 2 buses to go to wherever or go to work? She works full time, Like, how is she going to be able to do that? How is she going to be able to do that? How is she going to how is she going to be able to go to her mental health therapy? Like, are any of these things covered anymore? Forgets like thriving. Will she actually survive life? And she's just one person that I know. My blood. So I'm really upset, and I feel powerless. I am powerless. I don't have a direction to go in except to say, what do I do? What does anyone do? What do we do about this? What power? What direction? Where do I put my frustration? Right? What do I just lean on others? Do we lean on each other and say, yeah, this is difficult, and how do we help each other? How do we band together? I just wonder how, if anyone else is feeling this strain, either on them or their family or their loved ones or their friends, or if your benefits are going to be taken away or diminished, what are your plans? Like, what other resources? I mean, I'm certainly, if I find resources, will list them here. I will list them. I will start a hub, and maybe you can too. I'm really hoping that we can turn some of this fire into, I don't know, into some community activism. I don't know. It's not fair. It's definitely not fair. And I'm not sure what to do with my frustration, Except that I can be here and I can talk about it and I can share it with you, and maybe we can find solutions together.